What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be turning up the power on this MK8 Gti. I'm gonna hand over the keys to him and not tell him exactly what it made. I want you to tell me what you think of it. Okay. I think can probably run around 400 brake horsepower. It's not looking good, bruv. Mad. That's in comfort, mate. What the? So we have already covered stage on tuning on this MK8 Gti in a previous episode. I'll try and leave a link up there for you guys to go and watch it. So for you guys who missed it, this MK8 Gti belongs to Scorpion Exhaust and is fitted with a beautiful Scorpion GPF back system. Yes, it's a GPF car, so it has a petrol particle filter under the exhaust as well as a primary catalytic converter. Now, at the end of the last episode, we showed you this beautiful stainless steel high flow downpipe that they have made for us to start our stage 2 development. So one of the main factors of the GPF is that it increases back pressure, overall EGTs, and reduces the sound from the car. Now, once we fit the high flow downpipe, obviously there is some manipulation that needs to be done within the calibration, but we'll go through that today and see how much back pressure we can reduce and how much boost pressure we can run with the stock intercooler. I mean, this car's already surprised us. I mean, it made almost 330 brake horsepower on stage 1 tuning. Yes, intake temperatures did rise, but that was down to EGTs rising as well, because the amount of boost pressure you can run with that back pressure is limited. So let's see if we can make any more power today. I mean, take a look at this GPF. It's probably the largest GPF I've ever seen. It's huge, and that's what reduces overall sound and performance. We might be limited by intake temperatures, but we won't know until we get the downpipe on and stick it on the dyno. And there we have it, the original downpipe. So it's got the catalytic converter and the OPF integrated into one, and we're going to replace it with a Sportscat system, which still retains some sort of emission reduction, but it is ideal for track use more than the road. It's not looking good, bruv. So what I mean by that is, although we've reduced the back pressure, intake temperatures are still quite high, so there's not much gains I can see in it, but we'll add a bit more and see what we can do. So we have seen an increase in the mid-range at about 30 Newton meters of torque before 4,000 RPM, which is good to see. So that back pressure reduction is helping, although peak it's only at 334 brake horsepower and it's pulling timing. So intake temperatures are getting up to about 60 degrees. So we ain't gonna take it any further without putting our new intercooler on. So this is our brand new MK8 platform core. It will fit both the GTRs, the S3s, the Golf Rs, etc. It is a 50mm bar and plate core in comparison to the OEM, which we will measure when we take it off. I think is about 30 to 35mm. So this is going to be interesting, and to see how much kind of intake temperatures we can reduce to increase the amount of overall power. And that's the original intercooler off from the Mark 8 GTI. Very similar to the previous Mark 7, although the inlet and outlets are slightly different. We've got a thickness on the core of about 35 mil. So overall surface area has increased by about 80%. So let's see what we can achieve today. So now our intercooler has gone on the vehicle. We've also taken off the stock air filter and the snow grate and replaced it with our NVM program, which should increase the amount of air getting into the turbocharger. We won't be changing the inlet pipe today, but we have seen gains previously on the Mark 7 by increasing the diameter of the elbow, for example. But today is just going to be a panel filter upgrade, intercooler, and a turbo back system with a Sportscat, and see what we can achieve. Well, that's really good to see. Already we've got an increase of about 5 brake horsepower without changing any map adjustments, 339 brake and 518 newton meters of torque. So the intercooler is definitely helping at the same sort of boost levels. So let's see how much more it can actually take. This turbocharger itself, I think, can probably run around 400 brake horsepower, but I think we're going to be knock limited today. So there we have it, guys. NVM Stage 2 ECU and DSG mapping for this Mark 8 GTI. 359 brake horsepower, 525 newton meters of torque. Absolute savage. Again, with the turbo inlet pipe, we might see a bit more, but this is the limit of 99 on fuel with supporting mods on the stock turbocharger. You can see gains of about 80 horsepower around 5,000 RPM and about 60 Newton meters at 4,000 RPM. Now the real world driving difference is going to be felt almost immediately. So we're going to take the car for some runs on our new draggy scales and see what it can achieve. So let's see what you think of it, mate. Watch the truck. Sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Loud. So how do you make it sound so louder?
There's a non-resonated Sportscat system. Yeah, this is how it should have sounded from factory.
So it should have performed out of factory?
Should have performed like this as well. But yeah, with like almost 360 brake horsepower and 520 newton meters of torque, it's a beast. And I think having that torque limiter first and second, it just makes it more usable. I can enjoy it without any wheel spin. You can feel the torque steer now. But obviously we can't go pops and bangs and flames because it's still got a Sportscat on there.
Still pops and bangs though.
Much louder than before.
Yeah.
This is going to be a capable car.
Yeah.
On track.
I remember when you first had this car a few months ago, we never really gelled with it.
No. I hope people appreciate the amount of work that goes into development.
Effort, time, hours.
Because you can always go down the road to XYZ Performance and get flashed and dash.
Mad. Front wheel drive.
It's got grip, hasn't it?
It's got grip, man. It's got grip. And you've done something to the gearbox, hasn't it?
Yeah, gearbox got a bit further.
That's moving way faster.
Change the shift point as well.
So what? Now you've made this beast, you might as well get Paul down here.
Paul who?
That Paul Wallace, Supercars of London.
Oh yeah, Paul Wallace. Supercars of London has got a Mark 8 GTI. Paul, if you're watching this vlog, you know where to bring your Mark 8 GTI. So yeah, I think we've got to collect some data and compare it to stage 1. So
yep, just like the last video.
But yeah, we've got some 50 to 100 and 100 to 150 kilometers an hour, and we'll do the comparison after. I think we should. You know what we should do? I think we should head up to Scorpion Exhaust, hand the keys back to them, and ask them what they think of this car.
Yeah.
We'll take it for a drive, innit?
Get a reaction video out of them.
Yeah. So Scorpion, if you're watching, we're coming. So we are back here at Scorpion headquarters to drop the MK8 Gti off. It'd be nice to get Scorpion red powered seal of approval. So obviously the owner, the real owner of this MK8 Gti is Alan. You've probably seen him on our channel before. I'm going to hand over the keys to him and not tell him exactly what it made. I want you to tell me what you think of it.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
So yeah, Alan, this is our NVM Stage 2 ECU and DSG map for the MK8 Gti. Obviously, it's very similar to the MK8R, but obviously it's front wheel drive. And the front wheel drive concerns are mainly grip.
First of all, it sounds really good.
Just you to say that, a bit biased, ain't ya? That's in comfort, mate.
Yeah.
But you overtook with ease there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, you're set up for fast driving. So when you're ready.
After 2 hours of going through the computer.
It's mad. And the worst thing is you naturally
something.
rest your hand on that, don't you?
Yeah.
And then you end up changing the
Changing it.
heating controls.
That is good.
Smooth, isn't it?
That is smooth.
Oh, that's the guy.
That's the guy there.
Times,
yeah.
mate. That's the guy. Oh, you missed it. I was there every day, making money
Yeah.
for the government. Here's brave. So yeah, the second gear torque limiter is at 470 newton meters,
Yeah.
and you can feel that, can't
You
you?
can handle it
Yeah.
perfectly.
The reason it feels so quick is because from 50 to 100 kilometers an hour, it's actually like almost 2 seconds quicker,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And from like 100 to 150 kilometers an hour, again, it's about 2 seconds quicker. So all in all, 3 to 4 seconds quicker from 50 to 150, which is where you're going to use this car
Yeah.
at its kind of optimum. So I think that's where dyno tuning and development work goes hand in hand with all the data that we collect. So what do you think of it, Alan?
I thought it was really good.
It made, shall we tell him, 359 brake horsepower, 520 newton meters of torque.
You can feel it. You can drive it and it responds, you get the power down. I think you've done really well.
I think we need to get a MK8R up against it. But for more of that, you guys will have to go subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video and leave a comment below as to what you think of this episode. Catch you in the next one.